And these shall be your minions, Scourge, the tracker, and his huntsman, the sweeps. And here he is. Finally, I got some toys in. What's going on, everybody? It's the Super Robot Ed, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at the Studio Series 86 Scourge. There's nothing else to say. This is the best Scourge that we have ever gotten in the history of getting Scourges. Hands down. And I love the diorama, as you can see here. And it's showing him Thundercracker, that's right, becoming Scourge. And without further ado, I'm going to take a quick and get into it. And here he is again. This is Scourge in his glorious colors. A nice blue, that periwinkle with the nice kind of powdery blue accents. Let's get closer here and just look at this here. Let's take a look at the face real quick. Take a good look at that face. You can see it here. It's amazing, the sculpt that they did. And look at that colors, look at that. And let's go over some things. Let's talk about the back real quick, because I know that people have been talking about the backpack. And, you know, I just want to point out a few things about the backpack, that it's Scourge backpack. So if we turn him around, you know, if you ever had Scourge, he is a shell former. And this is no excuse to use this for RC, because RC was not a shell former. But if you ever watched a cartoon, this is a shell former. I don't see this as being that bad of a backpack, as it is an intricate part of the transformation, so we're not going to talk about it anymore. And, of course, it does hinder the R articulation, because it can't go to the back all the way. But it can get very close, you know, and you can move stuff out of the way if you really want to get a full 360 rotation. For those that want one, it doesn't really stand up well. That's about a little bit of stability issues here and there, you know, but I'm okay with that. And of course the head moves up and down. It's a little hindered by this collar there. As you can see, it moves. And the legs, they move. And the legs do go back, as you can see that there. And, yeah, he's even got a waist swivel, which is nice. See? And he probably can do a 360, but do you need to do that? He can, with no problem. Now, the paint on his fingers is, this hand is the holding handgun, and this hand is just the open hand. I did check. Now, I don't know if it does it, but I don't think it rotates. So, and I'm not going to break it, because I just got new toys, you know. So, no, we're not going to do that. So, we're going to stand him right here for a second, and he's got a gun. As you can see here, gun. And then he's got, you know, splooshing. That's the stuff that MGO says. And you could just put it in his hand, and it looks like he's shooting out weird stuff. It's not cool looking, but you get it. You get it. And we're going to set that to the side. And so far, so good. He's great. And so we're going to pull out some comparisons with, you know, some of the characters that would go along with him. And the Decepticons, that is. And starting with Cyclonus. I don't have the new Cyclonus yet. I had to pull the Cyclonus out of the woodwork. So as you can see, he looked a little like he hadn't eaten in a while compared to this Scourge. And one other person that I want to bring out is the Legends Galvatron, where I don't know the size of what Galvatron is going to be when he comes out, but if he's about the same size as this Galvatron, then, you know, it'll be a pretty good scale. And as you can see here, you know, if we had Cyclonus and him together, they would just look superb. But this Cyclonus, which is a great Cyclonus, is just too small. And, you know, pretty much that's, you know, the size of it. And this is the, like I said, Legends with a little upgrade. And then, all right, so I brought out the Generation Scourge next to the Studio 86 series Scourge. Now, this was a decent Scourge for its time. It was a interpretation take on what a classics updated version of Scourge would be in the year 2010. Which, oddly enough, in the year 2010, he was that, basically. Cool things about this one, besides, you know, the obvious legs that don't stand up well, was the backpack, which you could kind of play with, so it gave him a stabilization. The gun that kind of, you know, was more like a his target master, and storage. You could store the gun in the wings. One of the coolest things. The only fault that the original Generations has is that he had blue eyes, while if you got the United version, he had the red eyes. And slightly different deco, but it wasn't really much enough to where you had to actually get him if you got this guy. This guy was great, but the biggest flaw, just like Cyclonus, he's too small. This is a bigger, more appropriate size. Now, I know that there's the Titan's Return and Legends version, but this blows the Titan's Return version out the water, and this is better than the Legends version. Like, this is 10 times better than the Legends version. I still think this is better than the Legends and the Titan Return version, but this is best. And the next thing we're going to do is get into transformation. And we're going to do that in a few moments here. Pause for the cause. All right, and we're back, and we're going to do the transformation. And so, as I always say, I'm always doing this first time live. So first thing you want to do is peg the legs together. Just peg them together. That's your starting point. So after that, once you have everything pegged together, you want to kind of fold these out just a bit. And that's going to help with the transformation. And basically there's a hinge part there, and that flips up, and that kind of just flips right out right there. And that's how you get that, you know, that iconic look that he gets. You want me to cut Ultra Magnus? There are plenty of Autobots for you. Ultra Magnus is mine. Why was everybody after Ultra Magnus so much? And then after that, you want to fold these down. I didn't really understand that. I mean, Ultra Magnus was kind of like a hot commodity. A little joking while I get things done. And as you can see here, you know, you can see it's happening here. You got some transformation going on. And basically, it's just a big old shell. So if we make mistakes along the way, just remember, I'm only human. I'm human. That's only human. You didn't know that? I am. So we're going to continue on with transformation. And if I, like I said, if I miss anything, feel free to come after me. And all right. And here's what I messed up on. You see this part right here? This part right here is the part that I messed up on, because I forgot to take this out. So basically you got to fold the head up and then fold it back. And then when you do that, now you can tab everything in place. See? Yeah, I had to actually look at the instructions on that one, because I was just like, why is that doing that? Because this needs to cover up the face. And that will peg into place. Well, it ain't trying right now. I hate when it does that. It's like, nope, we ain't doing that. All right, but as you do that, you could see how everything starts to kind of collapse in on itself. So basically, it's a shell former, but it's not a bad shell former. I don't know. People have issues because they complain about shells, and I don't like shell formers. Well, Scourge is shell forming. You can watch the TV show 100 times, and you know. And I suggest buying the DVDs, if you know, especially for a lot of you kids that didn't grow up with G1 and you're reviewing these toys, this is G1, not G2 or anything like this. Is G1. So for a lot of you young kids, and I say young, you know, who weren't born in G1, you know, you got to understand that this is what they do, you know. This is what they do. I mean, they weren't, you know, the original G1 Scourge was not this super intricate toy. I can guarantee you that, because, you know, even though I didn't own it, I borrowed my friends, and yeah, I could tell you, no, it wasn't. So the only thing that I'm missing on this is getting these panels up. So let's come back out, because I don't think we're ready for those panels. They gotta be a little bit more flush, and I think that's where I was missing. Now I can. Well, are they supposed to stand up? Are they supposed to indent like that? Oh well, you go and indent today, because I don't know. I ain't getting nothing to lock in place like it does here. Everybody else is doing it. I ain't doing it right. I know I'm missing something. I feel like I am at these top things right here. And I could be wrong, because like I said, I haven't really had a chance to really see it. But I guess this is it, because I can't really fold them out anymore. And these fold out like that, and you know, you just kind of gotta, you know, and you can see his face. You can't do the rising thing, but that's it. And I don't know why these won't tab into place. Oh, I see now. You gotta uplift and do the tagging. Yeah, we're gonna edit this out a lot. As you can see right there, where it's supposed to tag. I mean, tab in, and that's it. He's a shell former. Always been a shell former. But this is it. Yep, ain't can't do no more. And this is Scourge. And I gotta say, man, a little finicky, but yeah, that works. That works. And quick comparison here. I don't think, can you store the gun? I don't think so. I don't think you can store the gun, or can you? I might be missing something. So here's a quick look from the front. Let's get the full, we're going to compare him to him. Get the full glory. Yeah, I know. This is him from the top, from the back, from the side. I guess you could put the gun right there. Just looks so weird. It would have been better if it pegged on the top, but I guess you can put the gun right there, you know, or do it like this. You know, I still don't. I always think the gun should be in a central place. So we're just going to put it to the side. Now I compare it to the Generation Scourge. And like I said, this was I really did dig this vehicle. And again, it had that, like, you know, that futuristic B-1 bomber look. And you can still see the Scourge head. But this one is so much better. This is more. Can you imagine this is supposed to be, because this is the future. This is 2010. And then this was like done in 2010, but it wasn't, or 2010, 2011, but it wasn't the, you know, vehicle mode that we know. I had to do it. Had to put the boy together. Because, you know, Thundercracker becomes Scourge. And when we get Cyclonus, it's going to be Skywarp that becomes Cyclonus. End of debate right now. So I had to do this quick little comparison. And now, let me fold that flap there. Now it's complete. We could go on to final thoughts. Hang in for the final thoughts. So, my final thoughts. I like the Scourge. He's 9 out of 10. Point blank. I don't care about the backpack. I think the transformation is a little on the weird side, but at the same time, I did enjoy getting him into the alt mode. Everything about this toy screams Scourge. And I think that if you get him, you're going to be happy. Now, he's the Studio 86 series. The plastic is a little different. It's a different feel plastic than our normal Siege stuff and Earthrise. But other than that, it's fantastic. So when I get my hands on Cyclonus, and then when we finally get the Kingdom Cyclonus and finally get Kingdom Galvatron will have a complete set, and it's going to be great. So I would say if you can get him, he's not hard to find. He's available at places like Command Store. Right now, I think, along with Hot Rod and a few other toys. There are quite a few others that are available at other places. If not, hit your Target. Target's got them, from what I'm hearing. But when I went to Target, there was nothing there. So, hey, I enjoy playing with this toy. He's going on the shelf. I'll retire my Generation Scourge. And again, I'm just happy to have this toy and have new stuff. It's been a while. So I can thank all my subscribers. Thank everyone for watching. Thank all the friends that I have, fake and real, for, showing their support and love. I appreciate you all because everybody helps. And please hit the subscribe button. I really need subscribers. I would love to get to 1,000 because I know and I will make great videos, and I'll even make better videos if I can get a little extra money to go into this YouTube thing. So I appreciate y'all, and I want you to have a great night, great day, and let's stay healthy. Keep those masks on.